The following presentation is part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network.
From the farthest reaches of the galaxy, the Midwest, you're watching Beyond the Blast Doors live.
This special report of Beyond the Blast Doors Live is brought to you by us. Here at Beyond the Blast Doors, we got special coverage. The Walt Disney Company Investor Day 2020 is here, and we are so excited to share the fact that we are doing a team coverage of this event today, and I want to welcome you all on to Beyond the Blast Doors right now. David Amalotti with you to talk about the news that is sweeping social media right now. Disney comes out right out of the gate and says, we're getting 10 new Star Wars series in the next few years. I'm not alone. Oh, no. Let's not make the mistake. Joining me now, right now, you know him as Josh Most. Hostess with the mostest. I don't know what I'm doing, but he's the host of Hollow Chronicles every Monday night on Beyond the Blast Doors Live, and he joins us now. How are we doing, sir?
I'm doing great, David. How are you? I'm excited to get down to business during this shareholder call, which is very important and very business-like, and that's why I'm in a business suit.
You're very handsome. And you know what? We also have Scotty J-Ro with us.
Howdy,
Scotty, how are we
boy.
doing, sir?
Doing great, y'all. I'm doing fantastic. Look, we knew this was serious today, but we were all in our group chat just now, and I just blasted like 10 new Star Wars shows over the next few years was the exact phrasing. So we had to go live right now, y'all. Behind me is my friend Eric. Eric is actually media right now. He's listening to both at the same exact time. So
we have full coverage. We
have full coverage, and I also want to do this because we're going to be watching along with you.
Yes.
So here, we'll listen in real quick. We got Bob Iger speaking right now.
That we are redoubling our efforts to create rich, diverse content that best represents the world we live in.
All right, thank you, Bob. That was really good. Okay, so here's what's going on right now is the fact that we have just resumed this investor call. It has been going on for the better part of about 2 hours now, and we are at the point where we anticipate some big news dropping in regards to the future of Star Wars. And like we kind of mentioned, it's 10 series in the next few years. Scotty, quick reactions just when you heard that news.
I jumped out. We were both in here, sitting in here, and I jumped out. I ran outside this door right here, and I said, Katie, 10 new shows over the next few years. And Marvel did the same exact announcement. What was it, 15 new animated and Pixar, apparently, combined? Y'all, this is a huge day for Say it again? Sizzle coming. Sizzle. We got a sizzle.
Sizzle coming. Get Bob up.
2 minutes. 2 minutes sizzle. So
my
gosh. I want to complete this thought. The fact that they just dropped possibly 45 to 50 new things that'll be revealed today or at least alluded to today is absolutely incredible, y'all. That is wild.
Josh, what's your reaction to all this?
I mean, how can I outdo Scotty's reaction? This is exciting. I want to hear it. I know, that was pushed out. I think Scotty too. I don't want to steal your thunder here, but we were talking about, this is our celebration and our D23 all combined right now. So because of the circumstances of 2020, thank you very much. We didn't get that. We didn't get those big reveals at Celebration that we were supposed to. We didn't get those D23 reveals. So I think this is going to be action packed. And for whatever reason, Disney decided not to kind of have a separate announcement to kind of coincide with the dates of those times. So this could be big. I'm excited. I like how they're doing it. It looks very Apple-esque. So I think they're here to make some big announcements.
I'm really looking forward to this. And there's going to be discussions for the next hour or so. It could be longer, but we're going to be talking about the future of Star Wars. Disney Plus. Okay, we understand that there's 10 new series. There's also the film aspect. And what a time for Star Wars when the franchise, the most anticipated stories, are not coming from the big screen, but it's your smartphone, it's your laptop, it's your TV at home. The landscape has changed forever. The pandemic has expedited this. And so now we have this opportunity to get some insight from Disney. And it's great to see Bob Iger here. It's his last call of his career. Yeah. And so he is going to drop the bombs. And it's Bob Iger fashion. I think that he wants to literally drop the mic and walk out high. And that's what he's going to be able to do. And there were two ways to do this event today. They could have gone through boring numbers from the very get-go and made us wait for information right off the top. We're talking about, guys, 87 million subscribers roughly for Disney Plus. We got the sizzle.
5 seconds. 5
All right.
seconds. Make sure the audio's on.
We're gonna have copyright issues.
Hello.
Sure we are. Don't worry about it.
Real and all around me are some of the biggest hits in the TV industry. And here's what they have in common. They've all been developed and produced by content creators inside the Walt Disney Company. These are high quality, award-winning, creatively adventurous shows. They've won audiences and acclaim at home and around the world. Our teams have
That's what that was.
shows.
The sizzle wasn't going to air
Network
because it's for people that are probably press. It's going to be on later. Okay, that makes sense.
Streaming.
All right, so if that's the case, then let's go ahead and bounce back out of this.
So it looks like we're getting a larger collection there.
Yeah. Well, and you know, some on Star Wars related info, right? ESPN has secured SEC football. Star is coming to Disney Plus. So these are other large moves from Disney for the streaming platform. And to the point that I was about to make before we took that coverage, here's the thing: 87 million subscribers on Disney Plus. The goal for 2025, I believe, was 105 million subscribers. Fiscal year 24, I think the goal was like 90 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clearly evident that Disney and Disney Plus is well ahead of schedule here. And these were goals even when they were first announced, year before last or last year. The strategy was these are goals that are obtainable. These are objectives that we're confident that we can surpass in the first 5 years of operation. Disney changed the game.
Yeah.
The bundle, I have the bundle. And what's wild is you have Disney Plus, very popular, 87 million. Hulu is like somewhere like around half. Disney Plus, I think I saw like only like 14, or ESPN Plus only has like 14 to 20 million subscribers. Like it's drastically low. It is a power move to have the SEC football added on.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. Also with the 10 new Star Wars series teased today, we also have 10 new Marvel series as well.
What do we
got
want to say? What do they want to
ahead.
say? So what they're doing right now is, and this is what Eric and I just assumed, they're showing a title screen of the newest thing they're going to release, right? So Only Murders in the Building. It's got a show featuring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. Now, they're showing the sizzle reel, what I imagine is to the press. Dude, that's insane. What I imagine is to the press currently, right? So we just see a stationary title screen while people probably that are working from, higher magazines, what you would say, official reporters are getting the actual footage from this. Now, we could be in this same boat for Star Wars, though I do not know, and I'm not aware of how that could be handled. But we will definitely get a title screen and probably a real confirmation. All right, she's back on.
I think, yeah, this is fun. This is like Josh mentioned. This is D23. This is the investor call. It's all kind of wrapped into one. 2020 is weird. It's strange. The pandemic, it's caused this. And I don't know what to expect here in the next hour or so, but
I was going to add,
go ahead, Josh.
You mentioned Bob Iger, and your feelings on Bob, whether they're good or bad, dependent on your feelings on the Star Wars universe or the sequels as they found out. But Bob has really done a lot of good things. I mean, if you think about what happened with Marvel, if you think about the structuring, I can't name all the things. I think I watched a documentary or a YouTube video on him, but I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that this could be his mic drop moment, because he really has worked hard. That's what I watched some master class with Bob Iger about how he gets up at 5 a.m. and I think I slept through half of it, but because I don't get up at 5 a.m. Anyway, he's just a good dude, and I don't care what your feelings are. That's my feelings. But I think he's worked pretty hard. He's tied some strings together. He's made Disney more than theme parks and cartoons, a lot more. I mean, I just went back and watched the Marvel Universe. MCU is just like a thing to do, outside in between watching, Star Wars movies, but they're fantastic. Sorry, they're great. They're amazing. Great. And if we can see Star Wars take that same track, it doesn't have to be always 100% serious, and it can just needs to be entertaining. And that's how I find, like, not every Marvel movie is great. I mean, there's a few where you're kind of like, all right, let's get through this one. But they all have that tie-in connection, and I think that is super powerful. I think Disney is doing a great job of that. What do we got, Scotty?
So nothing crazy, but a new show with Rosario Dawson, maybe playing off her Mandalorian fame, with Peter Sarsgaard, and with Michael Keaton. It's called Dope Sick. Now, I can't really hear what the show's about. So for people
Dope
not,
Sick, it sounds like you named it. Like
You're
those are
probably
your two
right.
favorite words, like combined. They're like, Scotty, we got a new thing. It's got Keaton. What do you think? He's like, dude, that's dope sick. And they're like, thank you.
that's not far from the truth. But I will say this. It's interesting because they're playing music in between each one. Now, these songs could be, music for the show, or these songs could literally be just,
So you think they're putting those screens up to kind of to shield announcements? Is that what they're doing?
I wouldn't say announcements. I would say footage. Now,
I see.
Who's to say we might not get some actual footage of something Star Wars related? But you also got to keep in mind, one thing we have failed to mention is that this is not just Star Wars. This is Lucasfilm Limited stuff as well. So we could get indie footage, or not footage, but indie confirmation. But one thing we will guarantee probably get is Willow stuff. They will definitely drop some sort of footage for Willow, because you got to realize that has already been like in production. Like this has been going on, and we've got, John Kasdan writing it, right? So this is something we could get today. All right, we're getting something else.
Put that screen up. What do we got?
Crying.
David.
It's like the Falcon, man. You got to kick it a few times.
8 years. From Ally McBeal to Big Little Lies, his shows are huge everywhere. And the next one is for Hulu. 9 Perfect Strangers is a thriller that attracted
Yikes. All right. 9 Perfect Strangers. All right.
Oh, wow.
Just in the off chance that there is a copyright issue, we're not putting anything up unless it's particular to us.
I get it. But I think it's interesting, this approach, because I mean, for anyone that's never been in an investors call, which I listened to in college, like every, quarter, and it was literally like this awful phone call, awful quality. This is really like Josh said, Apple tier, right? This is next level. If this is how they're going to approach everything from here on, because there was no celebration, there was no D23, this is the way to do it. I mean, I wish they would have hyped it up a little bit more like Apple does their stuff, because more people are not aware this is happening right now at all.
I think they are. I think this is a first step, like you're saying, Scotty. Is they're getting to this point to where they understand that, marketing is social now. I mean, it's pure social. So unless you put on a performance, and I don't know if you watched Apple's announcement a couple months ago, that was highly produced, like the most produced. It was
insane.
It was movie quality produced. I mean, they had drones flying around the campus, and then all of a sudden they're in the building. I mean, it was amazing. Like the technology that went into that announcement video was insane. So I think Disney is not stupid, and they're catching on. People want a production. I mean, come on, it's a film company. They should know that, but they really do. They want a production. They want to feel like they're getting the inside track earlier than somebody else because they sat down and watched 4 hours of a shareholder call. What do we got now? Oh, we got more great stuff.
Still Hulu. So that's interesting too. One thing you got to bring up is this is not just pertaining to Disney Plus. It is also dealing with all the other entities owned by Disney, right? So one really important thing is I thought today would be a merger announcement. Now, who's to say we might not get a merger announcement at the end of this whole thing? That could be the big bang.
Who do you think they're merging with?
Well, Hulu obviously is its own. ESPN Plus is probably its own, and we know that Disney Plus is their own. Now, maybe they won't do that yet, but what they are doing right now is way better than what HBO Max just did. Now, because y'all know the reason why, right? Y'all heard about all the crazy news that went down.
Yeah, we're dropping 16 films next year.
Now, did you hear the bad part of it? Is that Legendary, one of the bigger, I guess, distributors, right, Eric?
Yeah. They are.
Okay. Yeah. So this company, they said, you're not doing that to our movies. You never gave us permission. HBO notified them. I'm sorry. It was Warner Brothers notified them 30 minutes before it actually aired. That was announced. So now these companies are in huge arguments. Dune, I mean, probably the biggest movie that was going to come out in 2021, straight up was like, no, we're going straight to theaters. You are not putting us on your streaming site. Publicly, Denis Villeneuve and Timothée Chalamet were all very upset about that publicly. So Disney obviously probably handled this way, way better than what HBO is doing right now.
It's a good take.
You know,
Very interesting.
Right now, we're obviously going through the Hulu portion of this. Now we're seeing on screen they're going through their animation, Futurama, Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show, Bob Burger's King of the Hill. Let's pivot here. Let's focus on Star Wars and think about this. We are potentially getting Disney Plus content. We are potentially getting theatrical releases announced in the next couple of hours. Scotty, I'll start with you. From a streaming perspective, there are about a dozen rumored / reported but not confirmed by Disney projects for Star Wars on Disney Plus. And I think that obviously there's a lot of rumor and speculation about Ahsoka Tano, a Rebels spinoff, something with Gina Carano's character. There's live action galore, the Boba Fett. What is our list of streaming speculation stories, series? And then we'll have a conversation about which we anticipate maybe here tonight. Can you share that list?
So what's really interesting is I had listed everything out. This is not pertaining to the Willow or Indiana Jones stuff. We've got 2 shows confirmed being made right now in production. At least Kenobi will be momentarily. We've got Cassian, 100% coming out. Look at them. We've got Kenobi, 100% coming out now.
Look at them. Look at them.
I think didn't they? Now this is so random, but didn't they announce that Kardashians getting taken off the air? Are they saying it's going to be on Disney Plus? Holy cow, that's really big. Actually, that just
isn't that just going to be past seasons then though? Because I mean, which is still fine. I think this is their last season, isn't it? Not that I know that.
No, it is. But the thing is, they're probably extending their show to it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now that doesn't matter, but
you mean they're going to continue on that platform? Oh my,
which is huge. Now, what I want to say about the Star Wars stuff is, which is really important, is that they said 10 new things are going to be shown today, pretty much. Okay, we've got 13 on this list, 13 that were alluded to. Okay, these are the 13. Boba Fett show, rumored very recently too. Cara Dune's show, which was like 2 or 3 months back. Lando's show, which was Kessel Run Transmissions dropped, I think, over the summer. We've got High Republic animated show. Now, I don't know how legitimate this is. This could be like the Forces of Destiny stuff. I don't know. Ahsoka show, which has been rumored for a while now. Darth Maul show, which was rumored, I think, must have been right on Tross was coming out. We've got Solo sequel show, which is a fan movement based show, right? Make Solo 2 happen. This could very well be something in the works. We've got Old Republic show, which was rumored, I think, almost 2 years ago. We've got the Taika movie. We've got the Feige produced movie. We got Ryan Johnson's original trilogy. Ryan Johnson's trilogy. And then you've got Leslie Hadel's series. So that's 13 things. That's a lot of stuff. We just guaranteed 10 possibly of those things being announced today.
Well, and that's the thing. Here's my point. There's that list that we think we know what's in development. There could be things on this list that Disney announces that we had absolutely no clue about.
My money's on half. My money's on half of that list will be stuff that you
what if it's
think
less
of.
than that? Less than half of that.
Woo-hoo, that'd be crazy.
Josh, you're someone that has a little bit more historical awareness.
I'm older.
Than I do.
Is that what you're saying?
But what is it? Stop. What does it mean to you though? Because isn't this a wild time to be a Star Wars fan? The hype
really
was always
is.
The wild time. The hype was always about the next theatrical release.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like, we're kind of curious about those movies, but Disney Plus seems to be where we want to hang for quite some time to tell stories. How do you perceive this? It's weird that the hype is on TV, not the movie screen.
Well, as a Star Wars fan, primarily, I'm a fan of all kinds of, good stuff, but I was always a little, sad or maybe disappointed that, Marvel and even DC for that matter had all these little ancillary shows that were showing up on Netflix and TV and were giving us content, at least giving Marvel fan or comic book fans lots of content. I was actually more upset that I wasn't a better comic book fan when I was a kid, because it probably would have been ecstatic, too much Star Wars. But so I'm super excited. It's a great time. We were just talking about that on another show I was on about look, just these next 2 weeks is a great time to be a Star Wars fan, because we have content we've never seen before coming out every Friday with The Mandalorian. I mean, this is just a great time to be a fan, whether you like it or not. I hope you like it because it's good stuff. I know that there's some questions on how Disney's going to handle it. I'm not worried about that. Never have been, despite my feelings on the certain releases so far, but I'm excited. I can't say much more than then I'm looking forward to the announcements. I think, especially given what we kind of do in our hobby as getting on and talking Star Wars, it looks like we've got quite a few years of content to share with our community and to enjoy together, to ridicule, to uphold, and all the other stuff you do on Twitter.
Scotty, I thought you were about to drop some knowledge. There's nothing happening.
Nothing crazy, but one thing that Eric said, and I'll say it for Eric because he's too far away from the mic. Eric said he's his prediction. Now, this is a bold prediction. Something I said, I believe, I forget what show it was, but we were talking about it. But Eric's prediction is pretty huge. He says, I believe they're going to drop a show called Heir to the Empire, and it's going to be about Ahsoka. It's going to be about Ezra and Thrawn. It's going to be just a name, not really
and
the
Bo-Katan?
Yeah, or and it really could all fit that way. But
we might see it apart from the Mandalorian instead of using that as the thread for this show. I mean, I'm just voicing that. But.
One thing I want to say too is really important, and not that this really matters to anyone else, but they are 100% using the volume right now. If you're looking at this footage, look at it. You can't tell me that's not the volume. Or it's a really just big LCD. Look, the light's reflecting off the bottom of the black ground. That is the volume. And the cinematic camera is an interesting choice, too. It really changed the feel of this whole presentation up just now. They're doing FX currently, so they're going to wait and do the best for last. Obviously, with Star Wars, probably. But, I mean, you got Pixar on here. You've got Marvel on here. And Marvel, if you don't remember, I believe it was summer of 2019 is when they did that huge announcement at San Diego Comic-Con where they dropped that humongous timeline, right? And they said, here's the next 10 projects. Now, today might be the official showing of some screenshots maybe, or even some footage of these things. We know a lot of this stuff is in development, but I'm just genuinely hyped for the fact that we are actually in the know now. Y'all, it's been like 2 years of us being told rumors. And this is the day it is all going to change. Like you said, Josh, this is going to keep us going. If you like the content here right now, please continue to check us out because this is not stopping. Seriously.
It's non-paying job security is what it is. And that's really important. That was just a joke. You didn't have to focus on it.
Big announcement for Sunny fans. Sorry. 4 more seasons of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. 4 more. You know how great that show is? If you haven't watched it, check it out. My favorite show.
What show is this?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The longest running scripted comedy show live action. 4 more seasons of it. That's insane.
I'm just waiting for 4 seasons of Ahsoka Tano in live action. Here's my thing.
Whoa!
Hold on.
Reservation Dogs. It's obviously a play on. Is this Taryn? Oh, wait a minute.
Dude, Scotty's just getting after
this. It's okay. This is what we get. When you're watching Disney, you got to take it all right now.
Hey, we got Gilster.
As a shareholder, I am very interested in the road ahead for Reservation Dogs.
Do you have Disney stock?
Of course I do. Come on.
Wow, that's cool.
That's why I dressed up. That's why I dressed up for the shareholder meeting. I was thinking Bob might be like give me the old.
It's like 155 a share right now, right?
Oh yeah, you can own 2 shares.
Wow, that's all I can afford. Hey, we got JD in the live chat. We got Gilster, All Remaining Systems. We got Ben Bamboo. We got Bubba's Toy Box. We got Dale. We got some familiar friends. We got some new ones too. We got people coming and going, stopping by, which is really exciting.
That's what they should be doing. Yeah, come and go. We'll talk the good stuff here soon. But keep us with some topics in there too. I saw one. I can't control. I saw one asking some good questions, but I'm missing them. So see if we got a couple questions in there. What we do in the shadows would be amazing from Gilster.
That is going on there. They should a thumbnail for it.
Did they? Yes.
Look at that. It's incredible if you think about it, how the Disney brand has expanded. And it kind of goes to what Josh was talking about, how Bob Iger has really expanded the reach of Disney. And it's a monopoly. And it's really a case where Disney's overwhelmed the market, if you really think about it. Something that I talk about occasionally is just sometimes when you have so many big brands under one umbrella, does one get more favor than the other? And I think that's kind of where Star Wars fans have been the last couple of years, where, Solo doesn't get the promotion that it deserved because we had to promote one of the final 2 MCU films. And so I just think it's really interesting.
Yo, Aliens getting a series.
Oh, look at that.
That's huge. Oh,
I could watch this.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
watching Scotty the
Scotty.
rest of the day. This is great.
Scotty,
He's
they
so
need a
excited.
Scotty series. Scotty
Really,
reacts.
Scott
to
is
the man-
involved in producing it, y'all.
Put it up. I want to see it, David. Let's see this.
That's huge.
Oh, it went.
It's just
Wow.
we're just talking.
Wow. Well, I want to see the graphic. That's amazing.
That's the only announcement. Yeah, I guess that was the only announcement.
Showing them a trailer for it or something.
Oh, they're showing
Yeah,
the
they're showing
trailer.
the trailer.
Oh, that's wild. Y'all.
Let's reenact the trailer as we think it might be.
Yeah, let's pretend what it is. Eric, we need you to just
Game over,
die.
man. That's all I got.
Oh my gosh.
Michael
JD
Bain-
Slessman says Scotty reaction show. Yeah, in the live chat, give us some topics. What are some questions that you have as this call unfolds, this investor call? What are the series that you would love to see the most? Let us know in the live chat. We'll pull you up. We'll shout you out. We'll discuss it. We're flying casual here.
Yeah.
Not so casual that they can see that we're flying casual, but just casual enough. You know what I mean?
Well, we're flying casual business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're the one in the suit, so
I'm telling you, man. You got to
you've
show
you've
up.
really elevated the quality of the show just because of how you're
You got to
dressed.
show up. Scotty's got a jacket.
Yeah, you know I do. I got.
Here's my when Ahsoka came out, made her live action debut on The Mandalorian just a couple chapters ago. One of the kind of I don't want to say it was a topic of controversy, but like people are like, "Oh, the lake, you don't look right." Someone involved with The Mandalorian, I believe it was a designer. Someone came out and was like, "Yeah, we'll work on that for the future." So, I mean, here's my thing. That was on Twitter. I'm not breaking that. I mean, a lot of us
Sure.
saw that, but I think that's something to keep in mind. Is like, well, Ahsoka's coming back in some form. Ahsoka's either back on The Mandalorian at some point, or Ahsoka is going to have her own show. I think one of us said this already. You don't have Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano just for a one episode cameo. You're going to do more with that character with Rosario Dawson. So I'm really excited to see how that unfolds. Listen, I
don't
wanna
make
be
that
able-
headpiece. You don't make that headpiece and not use it again. Come on.
Oh, well, this is animated Ahsoka, but I really want to be able to pull out a freaking live action Rosario. I'm sure I have one. I'll find one, a Rosario Dawson. But like that's what I want the most out of today. If you were to ask me what's like the one, what is the one Star Wars series that you would like to see announced? Yeah, let's go there.
Well, here's some good stuff in the chat there. I mean, a lot of things we're thinking, and I think Scotty already mentioned one potential animated High Republic, but we could also see 3 or 4 shows that are animated as well. Like maybe a continuance of Rebels, maybe a take on Rebels, or maybe because they know those shows are successful now. I don't know that they hit the mark with Resistance. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, the Resistance. It was 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, I don't know that and that was a little.
There was some good stuff there. It was definitely more targeting the younger spectrum of the fandom. I think
here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you got it. Old Republic.
Yeah.
Disney Plus next.
Lucasfilm.
Oh, Lucasfilm. Here it is. Oh, look at her. Woo!
Thank you, Rebecca. It's remarkable to be back here with
I
you
love her.
again.
I don't care what she's done, who she's pissed off. I love her.
This happened since
She brought Star Wars back. Y'all can die.
and our entire industry and our entire numerous challenges.
Scotty, can you turn down your audio?
Scotty, you're just muted.
None of us could have foreseen. As we grapple with one of the most difficult periods in modern history, it's clear that we need great storytelling and the joy of entertainment more than ever before. Last year, we were looking ahead to the launch of Disney Plus with our very first live-action series, The Mandalorian. Star Wars was moving into new territory in the streaming space on a brand new platform, creating an original series through groundbreaking technology and an entirely new approach to production and filmmaking. It was a big bet and a leap of faith. The Mandalorian debuted on Disney Plus in November of 2019, and the response has been overwhelming. We could not be more humbled by the reception to the show, the honor of 7 Emmy Awards, and the enormous support our fans have shown us. With The Mandalorian on Disney Plus,
in that nice soundtrack in there.
This is it.
More to come. We premiered season 2 on October 30th.
Scotty, you can
And Jon Favreau and Dave
unmute
Filoni
yourself. I'll just mute you on my
continuing
side
the
if you want.
journey of The Mandalorian and
He's
the
not even paying
child.
attention to me anymore. I love this kid.
Audiences around the world have joined the adventure on Disney Plus, traveling to new planets with incredible action, larger-than-life creatures delivering a complete cinematic experience. Let's take a look at Season 2.
You're very special, kid. I agreed to take you back to your own kind.
Could this be a trailer?
We'll take care of you.
Well, I think it's just a look back.
I just think it's season 2.
Now maybe they'll give us a little taste at the end, huh?
Bringing this child to the Jedi.
I would love that. I would love for us to see something new, but I have no problem celebrating what they did all so well. You get Ahsoka here. You've seen Bo-Katan.
I love seeing it all connected. Yeah, you're right.
But first, we need your help on our mission.
Mission.
Let's go.
Dude, come on. I love
Let's
seeing
go.
that again.
I love this, like almost like
That was a little Mad Max. I never even made that connection.
Yeah.
Very Mad Max.
Have you been taking good care of him? Has Mando been taking good care of you, huh? Yeah.
Yo, they're very much hyping the end of this. This is gonna be insane. This season's gonna be insane.
You're gonna need it where you're headed.
Oh, it looks so. And again, this season looked so much better than the first season, especially with the way that every vehicle moves. It looks just like it did in the movie. I freaking love this light freighter. I think this light ship was awesome. Oh my god.
That's what I was saying.
Rip the Razor Crest.
Rip Crest. I mean, it got its ass kicked too for.
The Jedi Order fell a long time ago.
So did the Empire, yet it still hunts him.
God, she looks great.
Live the Empire. Live the Empire.
And he was awesome too. All right. Dude, I feel like I haven't even watched this season. What is going on? It looks amazing.
I agree.
Isn't that weird?
This music's dope. It's dope sick.
Dude.
Imagine if we got this trailer.
Yeah, can you imagine? We would have died.
Oh, the Krayt Dragon.
Here we go, boys. A new era of Star Wars. We're in it.
If you want my armor, you'll have to peel it off my dead body.
I don't want your armor.
Yes.
I want my armor.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love it.
Today, I'm excited to share with you that John and Dave are concurrently developing 2 new spin-off series exclusively for Disney+.
Oh my god!
One, The Rangers, and the other featuring fan favorite.
Yes! 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 That's how we do it! That's how we do it! Rangers of the Republic and Ahsoka live action!
And will culminate in a climactic.
It's gonna build to a climactic story event!
Will debut on Disney Plus Christmas of 2021. I'm
2021.
surrounded by incredible talent, both in front of and behind the camera, with a company full of people who care passionately about high-quality storytelling. A few times in my career, I've had a chance to be part of game-changing technology. Moments when a new way of filmmaking changed the way stories could be told forever. Working with Jon Favreau to create the world of The Mandalorian with our own Stagecraft technology has been one of those moments.
Look at this guy.
Stagecraft is a new virtual production tool that utilizes the latest innovations in real-time graphics and massive LED.
They licensed it. People are gonna buy that from them. They named it something new. This what's it called?
We could only dream of.
Stagecraft.
Only dream of a few years ago.
Our first BTS of Mando season 2.
The artists and the crews into a creative.
I'm gonna see if I can get that in my house.
That now marry pre-production.
Yo, look at the BTS!
All in sync to preserve.
Dude,
the
that's
cinematic
insane.
culture around a singular artistic vision.
Dude, Rangers could be Cara Dune. That's true. Eric just said that. Think about it.
A more controlled environment and efficiencies with set design and special effects that allow for an in-camera visual experience. Actors are immersed in those environments rather than having to imagine what they're seeing or reacting to. And ironically, the efficiency of stagecraft
That looks insane.
to work during this pandemic. On The Mandalorian Season 2, we expanded stagecraft's capabilities further and built an even larger volume. Additionally, we are building 3 more in Los Angeles, London, and Australia, advancing the Disney-owned technology and building the studio of the future. We have a vast and expansive timeline in the Star Wars mythology.
Let's go.
Spanning over 25,000 years of history.
25,000 years.
With each era being a rich resource. Now with Disney Plus, we can explore limitless story possibilities like never before and fulfill the promise that there is truly a Star Wars story for everyone. One of the most exciting and ambitious series we have coming to Disney Plus is Andor 2.
That's the name, Andor.
Nailed by thriller in the
Andor,
universe,
beautiful.
created by Tony Gilroy. Tony's incredible success with the board
Tony Gilroy, baby.
best creators of the modern spy genre. We couldn't be more thrilled to have him at the helm of this new series for Star Wars. Diego Luna will be back in the role of spy Cassian Andor from Rogue One, and he will be joined by a fantastic new cast that includes Stellan Skarsgård, Adriana Arjona,
Denise Goff, Kyle Soller, and Genevieve O'Reilly.
Skarsgård.
Jesus.
As Mon Mothma.
Oh,
He just began
baby.
production in London 2 weeks ago.
Woo!
To look at Andor.
Oh, what?
Here we go.
Oh! Ah!
Everything I did for the rebellion. Rogue One, in many ways, it's a film that connected new audiences with the oldest fans. It was a bittersweet feeling, you know, in the premiere, knowing that it was just one film. But then magic happens, right?
Wow.
As you can see,
Yes.
we're ready. We're building stages, we're rehearsing, we're training, we're trying costumes, we're doing everything to make sure we do the best show. I'm really excited having the chance to explore Cassian. It's really fun to go on a set that is emulating something you like so much.
Oh my
The
goodness.
enormity of this is like doing a big feature film. It's very cinematic. For me, that's where the excitement is.
12 episodes, 12 scripts, over 200 named cast members, over 6,000 crowd people, a lot of creatures that come in from the creature department.
We treat this exactly like we would have filmed. There is no difference in our approach.
Every creature and droid that we've been building has the same care and level of attention to detail as the previous films.
It's huge, it's thrilling, but also it's wonderfully challenging.
There's tons of possibilities to explore. It is
Goodness.
the beginning of a revolution.
Oh.
Ooh, come on.
Look at that destroyer that the Republic shuttle on the side. Oh my God.
Look at that. Look
What?
at that title. That is
That is so
fantastic.
sick.
Dope sick, bro. Dope sick.
Oh, no! No!
Go back. Go back.
3 Expo in Anaheim, we announced the return of Ewan McGregor in the iconic role of Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Taking his shirt off.
Event series on Disney Plus. Obi-Wan Kenobi begins 10 years after the dramatic event of Revenge of the Sith, where he faced his
Give us something.
the downfall
Wow.
and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. Our fans will be thrilled that.
Let's go!
The series is directed by Deborah Chow, coming off the great work she did with us as a director on season 1 of The Mandalorian. Production will begin in March of next year. Here's an early look.
It does start in March?
Early look.
Oh, what the? Oh, no. You
Blue balls! Blue balls! I got blue balls! What is happening? Yo, 2 minutes of this.
All right, okay, we're gonna mute this for a little bit. We're gonna bring that off screen. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go start with the reaction. First off, we just got confirmation that Hayden Christensen is back as Anakin Skywalker.
Dog!
Let's go!
This is wild. Oh, this is a celebration we're gonna get.
I cannot believe.
He's
I cannot
shaking,
believe
he's
it.
shaking.
Production start. Oh my gosh, this is just insane,
dude. The Andor behind the scenes was incredible, y'all.
Dude, that's what you're freaking out about. Let's talk about Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. We have a title. Andor. We have a title for this Cassian Andor series. After months and months of talking about this, fam, we have titles. We've got imagery. We got logo. Can't wait to see that logo all over the internet.
Oh, I love that logo.
Dude.
That logo is awesome.
Rangers of the Republic, the new Republic. That's totally Cara Dune.
That is Cara Dune.
That's crazy. That's you know what though? Is that Cara Dune? And is that the new Republic fighters we've already met? Like, is Dave Filoni going in front of the screen a little bit more?
and Paul or whoever. Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Old ass Rangers of the Republic.
This is wild. This is such a tremendous night. I'm shaking. I did not expect this in the absolute slightest. This is truly insane.
This is. And you know what, though, guys?
To answer JD in the chat, we have no idea, JD, just like you, because of the screaming. Because of the screaming. So we'll look it up.
Please don't have a heart attack, guys. I love that raw reaction. This is why we wanted to have Scotty here. I mean, look at Scotty just sitting there.
Bad batch.
Here it comes.
Bad batch.
Tremendous success with its epic 7th and final.
I hope this live stream gets to stay on the internet.
It's fine.
The Bad Batch follows.
I mean, it's not fine, but we'll
of Clone Force 99 as they embark on new missions.
We're getting footage, baby.
This is the Bad Batch.
Oh, wait, what?
They call themselves the Bad Batch.
Oh my God, just that shot. Oh, we're on Camino. What is...
Whoa.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
The Republic will be reorganized.
Oh my God.
The first galactic empire.
Nice.
Oh, what? You've got to be kidding me.
Fennec shit!
That was Fennec. I thought that was Fennec the first time.
Oh my God. Oh, guys, this is ridiculous.
Dude.
That was quite an impressive display.
A little Tarkin?
Tarkin.
Oh my gosh.
I love how they burned the Clone Wars in the Bad Batch. That was awesome.
That was great. Bad Batch.
Star Wars Visions will be a series of animated short films celebrating the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best anime creators. This anthology collection will bring 10 fantastic visions from several of the leading Japanese anime.
Star Wars anime!
To Star Wars.
I don't know why we're here, David.
I don't know either.
Smoothest, most notorious scoundrel. And he'll return in a brand new event series for Disney Plus. Creator of the critically acclaimed and hugely popular Dear White People is developing the story with us now. A massive Star Wars fan himself, Justin has put together a reel to give you a sense of the style, tone, and irresistible swagger of our...
Look at that title!
Take a look.
David, come on. Dude, come on.
Oh, what
come
a
on.
middle finger. What a middle finger. How can you show us the Lando logo? And it's like, well, no, not today. Oh my God.
Lando, we got Lando.
Oh,
yo, half the shows we talked about are getting confirmed. An anime Star Wars animated series. That is so amazing.
Well, someone said it. I think All Remaining Systems said it. It was like that was a ton of footage for animated, like from a trailer. So that thing's inked already. They're ready to launch that.
This is wild. Y'all, I'm so glad everyone could be here for me to freak out. This is what Celebration's like with me. Mary can tell you that for a fact.
How many do you bring? A lot of different shirts after you sweat through each of them?
This is not a normal day for me, guys. This is like literally if I had done cocaine for the first time. But I've never done cocaine. Actually.
Your hairline, is that natural or do you have your trimmer touch that up your own? You just
this? No,
the other side. It's a good line. It's a solid line.
Thank you, David. You're so sweet. David, everybody, David Imleti. Oh, here we go.
JD's
Going
like,
back
this is
to it.
ridiculous. Wait, we got 5 seconds. We got 3 seconds. We got 2 seconds. All right, here we go. We're going back. Disney's going to sue us. I hope not.
Leslie Headland.
What are you talking about? We're press. We are press.
Series
This is
Wrecking
news.
Ball.
Oh, goodness.
A boldly innovative filmmaker bringing her new Star Wars series to Disney+. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take us into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic.
Oh!
Wow.
Develop new stories. The intersection of animation and visual effects offers new opportunities for us to explore. Lucasfilm Animation will be teaming up with our unparalleled visual effects.
You said
team
High Republic,
ILM,
right?
Yes.
The special Star Wars adventure for Disney+.
A droid story.
This epic journey will introduce us to a new hero guided by our most iconic duo, R2-D2 and C-3PO, on a special mission known only to them. What could possibly go wrong? Outside of the Star Wars galaxy, we're expanding Lucasfilm.
This is it. This is it.
There it is.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of Willow fans.
This series will be set decades after Ron Howard's 1988 movie, continuing the spirit of adventure, heroics,
That's
and
just math.
of the original film. We're delighted that Warwick Davis will be returning in the role
Wow.
of the great sorcerer, Willow Ufgood. We have a wonderful creative team at the helm. John Chu, director of the groundbreaking film Crazy Rich Asians, will be directing the pilot. Willow begins shooting next March in Wales and will debut on Disney Plus in 2022. Here's the team to share more.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yub nub. Oh.
Oh, this is bad.
That's okay. We need to dry out. We got some pit stains that we got to let dry.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm freaking out.
You're fine.
I'd imagine the people in the chat haven't looked at a single comment yet, but I'd imagine people are vibing with it. But this is wild. David, give us your input right now. Willow coming back. Have you seen the original?
I've never seen Willow.
Really?
I've absolutely never seen Willow. And I'm, you know what? I'm definitely motivated to go back and watch it now, obviously, because of all the excitement around the sequel.
It's good.
It's not something that I'm particularly excited. I will tell you, if we get anything about Indiana Jones, the next Indiana Jones.
I think this is coming.
Yeah.
So hold on, let's recap. So we got Rangers of the Old Republic, we've got Ahsoka, we've got Andor, guaranteed 12 episodes with Andor, Kenobi, Bad Batch. Lando showed up on the screen, but Scotty was screaming and then it just disappeared. So we, I think they showed a Lando clip that they took away from us.
Yes.
We have the Acolyte. Okay, that's the High Republic movie. Was that what that was? Yeah, High Republic, right? And then we have a droid story, which is animation. And then that went into Willow, which is...
And then you got the series of stuff that is...
the anime stuff. Yeah, so
that is currently, without Willow, we've currently got nine.
And just so everybody knows, Andor sizzle reel is on YouTube now.
Oh, we're gonna pick that apart. That's what we're gonna do after this.
Yep.
All right,
There's 9.
7
There's
seconds.
9, Scotty. We have 9. We have 9. So there's one more, or was about 10 the number? I mean, come on, Star Wars fans. Come on. I like. Oh, go back. Something's happening. Quick, David. But Scotty's high kicking. What is this?
We have James Mangold.
There it is. Indiana.
Academy Award-winning film Ford versus
This is cool.
Ferrari. And of course, Indy himself, Harrison Ford.
What?
To conclude this iconic character's journey. Indy will begin shooting late spring of 2021.
Wow.
Way.
In July of 2022.
Wow.
Our slate is expanding further with a story that will introduce a new hero and explore an original world that feels perfectly paired with Lucasfilm storytelling. We're proud to bring to the screen author Tomi Adeyemi's New York Times best-selling novel, Children of Blood and Bone.
I don't know that.
Cool.
This story will center around a young African girl's heart-racing quest to restore magic to her forsaken people, the Magi.
Nice.
Tomi
Very
was
cool.
recently included in the Time 100's list of most influential people of 2020. We're proud to be partnering with the 20th Century Studios on this coming-of-age adventure. Our Star Wars theatrical slate is
let's go
into a new future era. As we announced recently, we're currently developing a brand new Star Wars feature with acclaimed filmmaker, Academy Award winner Taika Waititi. His approach to Star Wars will be fresh, unexpected, and unique. His enormous talent and sense of humor will ensure that audiences are in for an unforgettable ride.
Is that the Force
Currently
thing
hard
from
at
Clone
work
Wars?
for the next adventure.
Is that Mortis?
And to close today, I couldn't be more excited that our next Star Wars feature film will be directed by Patty Jenkins.
Whoa!
Patty, director of the Wonder Woman franchise, will bring her inspired vision to Rogue.
Will introduce
What? Oh my gosh.
Whoa!
As they earn their wings
Wow.
and risk their lives in a boundary-pushing, high-speed thrill ride. The legend of Rogue Squadron has been long beloved by Star Wars fans and will move us into a future era of the galaxy. Rogue Squadron will be released in theaters Christmas of 2023. As you can see, this is a new era for Star Wars and Lucasfilm, with expanded opportunities for continued innovation, high-quality storytelling, and cinematic experiences like never before. And now I'm pleased to introduce Courtney Monroe, President of National Geographic Content.
Let's take a break, kids.
Well, how about that, family and friends? We have gathered here today.
Let's talk.
My brain just went numb. I cannot believe the fact that we just got freaking Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and it's like, is this the game? Is it like the same thing? Are we playing in the Rogue One world, Rogue Squadron? Like, I don't know. That is amazing.
Dude, this is insane.
Josh, you're silent, dude. Why is your brain?
I don't know.
Numb?
I'm just thinking, right? I'm looking. I grabbed a quick screen grab. Let me just go through them again. We have Star Wars Visions. Was that our anime? That was, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have Rangers of the New Republic. Can we pause on that? Rangers of the New Republic, that we think is a Cara Dune, or is it? She was a shock trooper. She wasn't a ranger. We don't know what a ranger is, do we? What's a ranger in the Star Wars universe?
That could be like the police force. Obviously, she's got that little medallion.
Wasn't there a reference in the last episode of The Mandalorian how she's turned to the good side?
Maybe that badge equals a ranger, right? Okay. We've got, and I'm going to stick with Star Wars here for now. Obviously, the Mandalorian still in play. We've got Ahsoka. So did they say anything about how long or how many episodes for Ahsoka? They didn't, did they?
No, I didn't hear any. I didn't hear any episodes for any of the properties. Someone mentioned that 12 episodes for one of those titles, but I never heard that. And honestly, we were just freaking the frick out. So
yeah,
they could have shared those details, but yeah, I mean,
who would know? Who would know over the screaming of fanboys? That's okay.
We wanted it. We wanted
this is what we've literally been waiting for 2 years now. When Celebration 19 closed and we knew it was coming, then all of a sudden unexpected stuff happened with COVID, with everything prior to all this this huge information drop is something we would have never. I did not expect this today. We thought this would be a terrible phone call, and here we are right now. We got a bunch of people in the chat, and they're all vibing with us because this is something that is insane. This
Andor.
Literally, we got confirmation on filming dates. We got drop dates confirmation. This is what we've been starving for. It is truly. This is one of the better Star Wars fan days. The Mando tomorrow, we're gonna be done. We have to take a weekend.
I don't
off.
even know. Yeah, you're gonna.
Oh wait, that's right. There's an episode tomorrow, isn't there?
We're gonna have to hook up. We're gonna have to hook up IVs or something just to get through this.
Bed tonight. We have to go to bed tonight. Think about that.
Let me keep going. I want to get through the list. Bad Batch. That just came out of nowhere. That looks booked. That looks done. Looks like they put episodes on. Scotty's taking his shirt off. It's fine. Obi-Wan Kenobi confirmed, which we knew that was going, but I mean, it's so great to see it on screen, and we have a logo now. The Acolyte. Is that live action? Or they say that was anime? Acolyte
the Acolyte is, it's the one that Headland is in charge of, right?
Right.
And so we're going to be exploring the final days of the High Republic, which is really exciting because what we have now in this moment, and I'm going to go switch out just because Scotty stepped out, had to relieve himself, I guess. But
no, he's putting on a jean jacket now. He's back. He went from business to all business.
Here's the thing.
To risky business.
Here's the thing. You now have this High Republic event that starts in January of next year, elevated instantaneously because of the news today here on Disney Plus. You have the Acolytes announced, and now you get this understanding that this crossover series is not just comic and book, which we're already hyped about Charles Soule's book that comes out in the new year. We know Claudia Gray's involved with that, a few more authors. There's crossover, but now this expands to the screen. I mean, I'm still holding out. I think there could be a game tied. We are going to see an event here that now really will rival the multi-platform experience that Shadows of the Empire did several years ago.
Makes sense. That you just proved such a good point, David, is me and Eric were just talking about it because I think Jordan Mason put a review out. High Republic, is it really? 200 years before the Phantom Menace. I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting, but how good is it? Now, I'm not kidding. Tonight, I am literally going to probably pre-order every audiobook that is going to drop. I'm seriously am. That just sold me. I want to know everything that's coming. Serious. This is going to be so incredible. And Acolytes, right? We know the Acolytes of the Sith. That was the whole thing. So more than likely, you got to realize this. We're seeing the High Republic version. I'd imagine we're going to get the dark side version of it now, right? You feel me? So she's into the dark side story, and we're like the early, you never know. We could even get Bane somehow. I mean, this is so next level with this. I'm just smitten. I can't even believe this is happening. I'm seriously blown away right now.
I want to ask you guys this question. And listen, we have people freaking out. I think that there's probably a lot of people that are disappointed. The one thing that's not named is really we're hoping for something with Solo. You had the Make Solo 2 Happen campaign going on for a couple years now, and there were murmurs of could we be seeing something? I think a positive for that group of people should be we have a Lando title that is in existence.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Incredible. I wanted to put that. I was actually saving Lando for last because we had the Rogue Squadron, which I think you just brought up, and then we had a droid story, which looks to be a nice little animated series, which is always awesome. And then the last one I wanted to put in there was Lando. Absolutely, and this is just me. Lando is the one I'm most excited about from an acting perspective.
Are you kidding me? You got Kenobi coming back, and we have
and we're
getting flashbacks. Let's freaking go!
I'm talking Lando, though. Look, I just didn't. All the rest I thought were going to show up, right? We knew Kenobi was going to be there. We knew Andor was probably going to be there. We didn't know that the Acolyte or Rangers or Rogue Squadron were going to show up.
No, not at all.
Not at all, right? That's okay. I'm saying Lando was one we maybe somebody talked about, but that seemed like such a shop, just like, oh, maybe Lando. To see Lando, I mean, all I can think of is Childish Gambino, Glover. To see Glover act as Lando again, I can't wait because that could just be like you're going to have Andor, which is going to be like they already said the director was, the best in making mystery films or whatever.
Yeah.
So Andor is going to be a total spy movie, which is going to be great.
God.
It's going to be fantastic. Bad Batch is going to be what we get. We're going to get badass Clone
Can I
Wars
share something real
troopers.
quick?
Yeah, get it up. Get it up.
I want this
Y'all.
to be the record here. Kathleen Kennedy has gotten a lot of shit from people, including me, about how I don't agree with like certain things, whatnot. But you know what? Kathleen Kennedy is standing up there, and she got the mic drop. She gets the last say, and she has allowed Star Wars to have a rebirth. You have 5 films in theater that something like $5 billion. You've got multiple titles up there. That Star Wars, this Children of Blood and Bone thing, that sounds really interesting too. The Star Wars Visions thing sounds really interesting. The Droid Show, let's freaking go. Willow, great. But look at all of this. This is 2020. This is Lucasfilm. Boom. She just won Disney Plus. She just won this call.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I cannot say I agree with every decision.
Right.
But you know what? You can't deny the success. This is ridiculous.
There's only 3 things up there that we just don't know anything about, right? Really 2.5. We don't know anything about Rangers. We don't know anything about the Acolyte. And we know a little bit about Rogue Squadron. We don't know where they're going to take it, but we know what the hell is going to happen there. All the rest are fan favorites ripped from the headlines. Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Lando, obviously, like I said, the Bad Batch. I mean, these are just ripped from the things that you want to see, and I'm stoked.
I'm amazed. Let's talk about this real quick, because I'm keeping an eye on the stream, but it doesn't seem like there's anything particular that we care about right now.
Scotty just ghosted.
He's probably
a towel off is what Scotty needs.
He needs to apologize to somebody.
Yeah, he's got to go say sorry to his neighbors.
You look fresh.
Yes. Oh! I was going to do well, never mind. I'll do it later. But yeah, that was a good reel. That's a good reel right there. Now, look, we were talking about Apple earlier. Marvel's about to come up in the chat. Blue Harvest got us there. Mark, what's up?
Rogue Squadron, apparently footage is available online somewhere.
Is there?
That's what some people are saying.
Go look it up.
Joshua, what is Visions going to be about? So the explanation we got from Kathleen Kennedy is that Visions will tell unique perspectives of Star Wars. Can Scotty, well, he's leaving now, but Josh, can you elaborate a little bit more on that? Because I wasn't too clear on it.
It was some of the best Japanese anime directors are creating those films. It's going to be very stylized, think Matrix. The Matrix. What I loved about the Matrix is they had this whole anime series that went along with it, and the Matrix did a really great job of combining video games and the movies and anime and comic books all together. So I really like seeing this. I think this is a great way for Star Wars to exist outside of the films and have that kind of Force Unleashed type of feel through anime. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Anime is always awesome when it comes to making your characters that you love just that more badass. So I think we'll see that. I'm like numb.
Good night,
Mark. Good night, Blue Harvest.
Well, here's the thing.
Thanks for joining us in the chat.
Patty Jenkins has just dropped. I'm gonna let Scotty get back here, but Patty Jenkins, the director of Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which is gonna be the next Star Wars film that we get, which is a wild curveball. Coming into this, there was hope for learning about Rian Johnson's trilogy that is technically still in the books. We did hear about Taika Waititi's project. I didn't hear Kevin Feige's name said. I was a little bummed about that. So I'm not quite sure if my Star Wars streaming universe is confirmed after today, but we're moving in a direct, like the Expanse.
I think this is all plotted out. So we're going to look, this is just a roadmap. I think it's well documented now that the streaming universe is totally here, with the exception of those feature films, but love it.
Fennec Shand in the
Fennec Shand was in Bad Batch.
That's
clip.
Just insane.
I saw her once and I didn't want to, I was like doing my timeline math and I'm like, is that right? Would that be right? And it is. She'd just be a young Fennec.
What blows me away is the opportunity here for the connectivity. And I beat this drum all the time. One of the benefits of Star Wars lasting for so many years and being able to continue on the story, thanks to Bob Iger, thanks to Kathleen Kennedy, and in part thanks to George Lucas for, he was at a point where he wanted to give it he wanted to give it. And obviously that's the topic of the news right now, but the fact that he handed it over, this is the potential coming to life. 25,000 years of Star Wars story that is going to be explored through various projects over the next few years. This is insane. Will we see Order 66 and Bad Batch, Apprentice Ewok? I think it's interesting. We definitely saw Palpatine in a hologram speaking to the Senate, a scene that we've seen from inside the Senate chambers in Revenge of the Sith. So listen, if we could see, I would be blown away. You know what would be ridiculous is if they use this as an opportunity to finish up that great battle. George Lucas was originally going to have Revenge of the Sith a half hour longer and have this larger battle, and he took a lot of it out. It would be cool if we got to see a glimpse of that through the Bad Batch. And then you're also going to see the transition from clones to Imperial troopers. You're seeing it with the helmet, phase 3 or whatever it is. That's really super cool to me. I want to learn more about how the Empire is making that transition. We get a look at that in Charles Soule's Darth Vader comic from a few years ago. So this is just, again, one more layer. We continue the story. We get to explore it more, and we get to really smooth and, the rough edges. Clone Wars was a sentence in A New Hope. And look what 7 seasons of that has led to. It's led to this spinoff Bad Batch. It's incredible.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Everyone in live chat is just having
I don't even know how to deal with that. Look, again, I'll just point out, this is a great time for us as Star Wars fans, for all of those in the chat that joined us. Thank you so much to watch this. I know we've got probably some Marvel coming up, which is big for, hey, if you're with Star Wars, you're probably a fan of all cool stuff like Marvel, but I'm a little flabbergasted. This is fun. I thought we might get when I heard 10, I actually didn't believe it. I'm like, no, we're going to get 5 max.
Hey, I want to shout out Gilster37 real quick. Thanks for the super chat, bud. Was this a dream or did that just happen? Yeah, that was real. This is insane. I'm amazed. Like the whole, I don't know why. I guess because I expected Ahsoka, or not expected. I was hoping for Ahsoka. This whole Rangers of the New Republic has really got my mind scrambled right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of. That one's probably the most vague for me. I
think that is my curiosity peak because you could play in that New Republic era where you have the Aftermath trilogy is happening right at that time too. I think that would be a lot of fun to play in that world. And here's the thing too. Well, no, I mean, it kind of has to be a spin-off continuation of the Mandalorian story because Cara Dune was a rebel sharpshooter. She left and did her own thing for X number of years, and now she's getting back into it. That's also making the assumption that she is tied to that series.
So think Walker, Texas Ranger, right? I mean, is that where we're going? There's Scotty. There he's back.
Scotty, hey, buddy. I want you to
He's muted. He's muted.
Oh, come here, bud. You're muted. You son of a gun. You changed your shirt again?
Yeah, I had to. I sweat through that other one. That t-shirt was wet. Y'all, what's up, David? What's going on?
Here, this is what we're going to do. Patty Jenkins just tweeted out an announcement, and I was waiting for you.
Put Scotty up. Put Scotty up in the main view there.
Is this a video? Is this a clip?
Yeah, this is going to be here. She just posted this. I'm going to...
oh, wow.
I'm producing the show. I think we all are aware that I produce the show. And
David's in charge.
Sometimes I do this really smooth, and sometimes... I don't.
You're fine.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins.
I love to move fast and speed of any kind. I think that's because I grew up the daughter of a great fighter pilot, and every day I would wake up and go outside and look up, see my father and his squadron taking off in their F-4s, roaring across the sky, and it was the most thrilling thing still I've experienced in my entire life. So when he lost his life in service to the country, it ignited a desire in me to turn all of that tragedy and thrill into one day making the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time. But why did I write and look as I did? I couldn't find the right story ever. I kept looking and looking, but I just couldn't find the right one until now. Now I found a movie about two things I love. So I'm going to see you very soon.
Yes!
What is next week?
Dude. Okay. Full disclosure. I just fist pumped the air.
Oh my
and
god.
then my headphone cable knocked a drink into my lap.
Yes, Josh, that's how you do it, baby.
Yes.
Oh my
On
god.
my fancy pants.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. That was incredible.
Look, I got to say this because I'm going to pop out and then I'll come back in. I now trust that woman. I want to see her. I want to see her movie. Period. That explanation right there, which to me seemed very honest, was enough for me.
Is it Star Wars Squadron or Squadrons?
I don't know.
Squadron.
I don't know.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
I'll be right back.
Squadron. Y'all, David, this is literally you and I would have been sitting next to each other or around each other when this stuff would have dropped at Selly. I just did not expect any of this tonight. I genuinely am blown away right now.
I can't believe it. I'm stunned. Well, and it's so funny that you mentioned that too, because how this event is supposed to encapsulate D23 Star Wars Celebration. They have made this a spectacle, and I still have the stream to my side here in my side monitor, and this is so well done. It seems like John Stamos has some work, which is exciting. Always need to give him a job.
Mighty, is it Mighty Ducks, Eric? What is that series? Yeah, a Mighty Ducks like sequel, by the way.
Is that what that is?
No, not this, but they showed old boy back that did Independence Day in a Mighty Ducks sequel. So
can we also talk about how dope that logo is for Rogue Squadron?
Yo.
And I think it's an interesting choice, right? Because Rogue One is like this brand recognition that across the board most people love. And here's Rogue Squadron. I'm just kind of curious if it's I just want to know what time period we're playing with. Is this like classic Rebellion and we're getting like Wedge Antilles and Dak or Biggs or something? Or are you throwing it, or is this like what is this story? Is it connected to the game at all? There were comics. I mean, there's so much story here that they can mine here. Patty Jenkins directing this movie. Listen, everything she touches, it's gold. Okay, Wonder Woman was great. Everyone's saying that Wonder Woman 84 is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
she is one of the great directors right now in Hollywood, and to have her and Jon Favreau and Taika Waititi playing in Star Wars right now, this sandbox got a hell of a heck of a lot. What am I saying? It got a lot more interesting. It got bigger. There's more sand. There's more toys to play with.
I just feel so lucky right now that we have this network and people that, in the chat. I haven't even looked. Y'all, we've got 30 people wanting to join us and hang out with us right now. This is amazing. Like, think about this. We, to a certain extent, we never think Star Wars is dead, quote unquote. We've never thought that. But right now is not only fun for all of us to enjoy, not only is it job security, but it's something we will never forget. We literally have all just shared a collective moment that Star Wars fans honestly have never had unless you're at a celebration. Dave and I both been to one. We know what it feels like. But even at celebration, we don't get, if you're not in the panel, you don't get this much footage either. The one thing I think is the biggest takeaway from this is that Hayden Christensen's in Kenobi. Does anyone, Eric's, we were freaking out about that because that is, David, that's our generation right here.
Yeah.
That is our generation's heroes. Look at the slate.
I want Hayden Christensen in Star Wars as Vader or as Anakin, and directed with direction. That is a critique of the prequels. I think Hayden Christensen is a better actor than what the prequels offer. And I think I think his performance is enhanced a bit because the Clone Wars things are fleshed out. It's whatever. I personally, I think I like a lot of moments, especially Revenge of the Sith. But to see this, can you imagine Deborah Chow, the action that we've gotten from her in Mandalorian, the way she likes to shoot, the way she tells story, the way her story moves. I want to see Obi-Wan Kenobi struggling with PTSD, the loss of a friend, the loss of a lover, and uncertain about the future of the galaxy. That's how big this dilemma is.
It's insane.
It's like the boy with the law at the Lars homestead. The boy is the savior of the galaxy. He's sitting there thinking, this is the chosen one. He has to go and defeat the father. And think about this grind. We know it's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So this is an Obi-Wan Kenobi that has been in the sands, or living among, the sands of Tatooine 10 years. What has the war worn on his mind? What is the loss of Duchess Satine? The loss of his friend Anakin, the destruction of the Jedi, the fall of the Republic, the rise of the Empire, the swelling of the dark side. What are these things doing to an Obi-Wan Kenobi? We're seeing this. This is 10 years post Revenge of the Sith. That means it's about 9 years before A New Hope. Incredible.
I'm just, this is big. Okay, so Eric, without saying anything, he's texting me right now. The wording is interesting. It says that right here, Star Wars just tweeted this out, and it's actually a picture of the logo that I didn't think we got. Right? Go to Star Wars' Twitter page, David. It's apparently a screenshot. Eric, where did you just screenshotted this? Yeah. He just screenshot. I think it's a clip, maybe.
It's sand.
It's a GIF. Okay, it's like a GIF video thing. All right. So go scroll all the way down. I'd imagine it has the Kenobi. It says Obi-Wan something. And then apparently the wording is really interesting. That's what Eric was just texting me. He didn't want to interrupt. Oh my God. 1.2 million views already. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Y'all. Yeah. So let's see. Hayden Christensen returns as Darth Vader, joining Ewan McGregor and Obi-Wan Kenobi. The original series begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Revenge of the Sith, and it's coming to Disney Plus. Yo. As Darth Vader.
And you guys can witness the live tweeting.
There we go. The live tweeting.
The live tweeting is quite live here.
This is such a tremendous time to be just, I don't know. This is the peak fandom. Everything is paying off. If you've paid attention to everything, we're getting this. If you've read the comics, the books, if you've watched everything, this is where it pays.
Shannon's in the live chat right now. Shannon says, hire me. ILM, hire me. ILM, we would like you to hire Shannon. That would be really good. That would be really good if you hired Shannon. This is just incredible. I'm gonna leave this up, honestly, because I just think that we just need a bow at the altar here. I mean, this is something I never thought. This is huge. I mean, this is a message to fans saying, here, the next few years, this is what we're gonna do. We're showing you our cards. These are the projects that you can anticipate, and this is insane. Lando, Rogue Squadron. Honestly, the droid story, I think of like the droids animation.
Yeah.
Josh joining us back again. I think of the droids animation, not the biggest fan of this, but the droid story, R2D2, C3PO. I think that would be fun, and to be fair, I kind of wish we got to play with those action figures a little bit more when we were in the sequel trilogy. And I think this is a great way to bring R2D2 and C3PO back. Let's have some fun.
I agree. Maybe Anthony Daniels, or he said officially that's the last time he's playing 3PO. He might be pulling our leg, which is a typical Anthony Daniels thing, or it very well could be the last time they might be passing on the baton. Which
come on, he wants to write another book.
That's funny.
That's so true, though.
Sorry, guys. Sorry I missed you. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it as I had a moment to myself, to change my pants. It was, I don't know, that squadron's, what is it? Patty? Is that her name? What's her name?
Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman. And
there it is. Thank you. I'm bad with names. So don't take that personally, anyone. Patty Jenkins, I will tell, and I know you guys probably finished up on this, but I'm still just going to come back to it. That, I know it was recorded. I know there was a little bit of probably scripting going on there, maybe. But to me, I felt like we had a convicted director. Like that story about her dad, broke my heart a little bit. And then to have her say, I've always wanted to make the most badass, fighter pilot movie ever. And then to have her favorite two things, that actually elevated Squadrons up into a level that I can't wait. I'm just thinking of where do we take that? We think Top Gun anyway, there you go. That's enough. I've said enough. So Squadrons, number one on my list right now.
Oh no, I agree. And to think that this is something we've been waiting for, actual, every movie or show has had a really good dogfight, quote unquote. But a whole movie of just dogfights with potentials of Luke, Wedge. I mean, like these people could show up. We don't know when it takes place. We don't know how long in terms of if this is a series or is this something by itself, right?
Yeah.
This is just so crazy to get this on a random Thursday night. This is totally, I wish they would have pushed this more. I wish this would have been hyped for like 12 weeks.
Well, that's kind of, I think it's low key cool though, man.
Okay, so you think that it was nice that it dropped?
I think it's low key cool.
I agree. You're not wrong.
You know, because one thing Disney probably wants to be very careful of is like, let's not overhype something. Let's just lay it out for them. This isn't a press, well, it is a press piece, 100%, but this isn't like a super hyped promo. It's the best thing ever. It's just like, here's our road. I think that's a way cooler move than maybe just hyping the hell out of it all the way up. I like sitting down. I mean, that image, David put it back up with Kathleen Kennedy in the middle of all those titles. That's it. That's it right there. That's it.
Heck, even the shows that aren't Star Wars related, like Child of Blood and Bone, I've heard of that book. Probably it's going to be a great movie, I think, right?
Of course it's going to be a great movie.
But then this is just insane.
And you have the Willow, David. I will say this about Willow. Willow, I watched as a kid. It's fantastic, but it also is, you know how some people don't get Star Wars? Willow kind of falls into that category too. Some people just don't get it. They don't enjoy it, and that's okay. That's why I loved Willow, because it was something that I'd watch with my parents and they enjoyed the hell out of it, and we just watch it and we knew all the lines. I mean, I don't anymore, but Mad Morgan, is that how you say it? I can't even remember, but Val Kilmer in his heyday, like we're talking Iceman Val Kilmer, super shredded and swinging a sword. That was pretty badass. It's just a great show. And it was also who directed that, Scotty? That was
Ron Howard.
Howard directed that. So fantastic.
He's probably going to show back up and do some sort of executive producing.
Well, I hope he does. I mean, Howard's not done. Come on. But is he showing up for Indiana Jones?
Who?
Howard?
Ron
Who's
Howard
directing Indiana Jones?
James Mangold, who did Logan, right, Eric? He did Logan. He did Logan, and he did Ford versus Ferrari, which was huge. Ice Age is going to be. This is so random. Ice Age is going to be on Disney Plus.
Yes,
that's pretty wild.
I spilled another drink in my lap.
That's LFL. I mean, that's 20th Century Fox. So works.
Anyway, that's an exciting picture that we have up on the screen right now. I think that I actually just got a text from one of my buddies who said, "Wow, Star Wars is saved." Which I don't know if it needs saving, but I think saved is in the sense of it's at least we know we've got something coming, right? We know that we ended the saga, so to speak. And I do like there's nods with Lando, and there's some nods with probably Rogue Squadron. I do like that we're tied in enough to the original Star Wars content we're used to, but not too tied. I'm okay with breaking away. The Mandalorian has proved to me that we can depart from maybe not Tatooine. We can't ever get away from Tatooine. It's always going to be there. But we can depart from kind of the main saga path and still enjoy ourselves when watching Star Wars. And I think I'm very, very hopeful. And I think the Mandalorian is almost the shield, or let's say the olive branch between some of the different factions of the fandom that don't agree with each other. And so if we can come together in that place and maybe, take it out to the new place and have those, maybe the same hopes and perspectives. Heck, even in our chat, we have different people, talking about their feelings on this or that. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
This was such a great day. Scotty, you got something you want to say?
I'm gonna be right back.
Scotty's going to be right back. Hey, thanks for joining us for the special report of Beyond the Blast Doors Live here on December 10th, 2020. Remember where you were when you learned about titles like Ahsoka, Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I think is, I'm fine with that. Like, if we were just going to name these series like after the characters, that's fine. I thought it would be like Kenobi, but I'm fine with Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a few more characters in my tweets and I put out some hashtags, but man, Rangers of the New Republic, the Star Wars Visions thing, like all of this is just really exciting stuff. The live chat still going crazy. And this is why we wanted to do this. We just want to have fun and talk Star Wars. with you. That's all we want to do here on Beyond the Blast Doors. And this is a great opportunity for us to celebrate the franchise and the fandom. We had over 40 people with us at one point. We got a great crowd with us right now. This is incredible. And just, if you like Star Wars, you're very happy today. If you like Marvel, you're very happy today. If you like SEC football, that's coming to ESPN. You're very happy about that. My Mizzou Tigers.
If you know what SEC stands for,
should that be a giveaway? If someone can tell us that, then
because
we'll
I'd lose. I wouldn't be able to tell them either. I agree with you, David. I think this is a good day for us. I hope
Little Mermaid live action just announced. You heard it.
Whoa! Everything pause. Go to the screen, David.
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, I wasn't going to do that.
It's all right. We've already infringed enough.
Shannon, I love this. Merry Christmas to Star Wars fans. You know what?
There it is.
An early Merry Christmas to everybody. That's freaking great. Blue Harvest says Rogue Squadron will have Luke in it. That's a bold freaking take.
I think
that is a bold take. I don't disagree with that. I want to believe Blue Harvest. I want to believe you, Mark.
Roland Reviews is with us. This is where everybody's.
Hey, Roland! Cheers! Isn't it past their bedtime?
Oh my gosh!
Like by a lot.
Great. This is great.
Like it's 3 a.m. You guys are, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Do you think there'll be anything else, honestly, after this, or do you think I think we have gotten what we got, and I think it's such a special thing. Seriously.
No, I think what from Lucasfilm, Star Wars, that's it, and I was glad that that's it, because they could have patchworked it throughout their presentation, which would have been a little more difficult for us.
Sure.
Sprinkled like, and just wait till our next announcement. But instead, definitely come up and just hit us all with all. What was my total? My notepad's gone now because it's soaked. But I was too excited. I got so excited that I did it all at once, like Scotty did the entire time, and then just to keep up with Scotty, I just dumped a drink in my lap. Just like
that's pretty much what happened in my lap.
That's right. So. But I think this is a great time. I think it's safe to say to all those in the chat that congratulations. If ever there was a shining moment during 2020, the year we all hope to forget, I'm looking forward to a year from now where I don't know how many were kind of December of 21, and I heard some December of 23s.
Yeah, 23. That was the Patty Jenkins one, I believe.
Yeah, so
Patty Jenkins isn't until 2023. Wow.
I know. It drives me crazy.
It's going to be worth the wait.
And here's the thing, guys. I mean, right now in our world, we're having a conversation because of HBO and because of Warner Brothers, and we're seeing that the future of theater and the theatrical experience is really in danger right now.
Yeah.
And this is brought on obviously because of the pandemic. And you're having big theatrical companies like an AMC, a Marcus, they're all scrambling, trying to stay above water. It gives me hope that by announcing big titles like Star Wars Rogue Squadron, directed by Patty Jenkins, titles like that will somehow be a lifeline for these theaters in the next 3 years. So somehow these theaters can hold on, because we're going to get to a magical place here about a year from now, when the world is vaccinated and we can go back out. About a year and a half. These are movies. These are titles that the theaters need to hear. I mean, I'm excited to learn more about. We're gonna log off of here in a couple minutes maybe, and I'm gonna go find out what MCU has cooked up, because the next 3 or 4 years, I mean, depending on the titles, could be life-saving for the theatrical movie going experience.
Yep. And All Remaining Systems puts in, and there's Mando tomorrow. LOL.
Exactly.
I think Scotty's got something. Scotty, what do you got?
Not that this is that big of a deal, but frankly, I think it's something we should discuss, because not only are we going to have wonderful Star Wars stuff over the next, obviously, 3 years, which is probably the amount of time it's going to take to get everything out, we're also getting a lot of new stuff from Disney. Now, some of y'all, I mean, if you're not, what?
Jude Law as Captain Hook.
Oh my God. Okay, so they just dropped 3 really big things. They dropped the fact that we're going to get a Little Mermaid live action show. Not that y'all care. It's still something that needs to be addressed, because this is also going to coincide with it. Jude Law as Captain Hook in the new, it's called Peter Pan and Wendy. Is that what it's called? So literally,
about that.
Then now wait, even bigger, probably the biggest one, Pinocchio, Tom Hanks, and Robert Zemeckis directing.
Whoa.
Oh, this
no
is
way.
Disenchanted, a new sequel to the Enchanted movie. Y'all, this is wild. Sister Act 3.
Sister Act 3.
Lady, Sister Act 3. We watch that movie like so all the time.
He was legitimately yelling to your girl about Sister Act 3. I was gonna jokingly yell like, "Kids, Sister Act 3," but no. And I did love both of those growing up. My wife is a big fan. It's hilarious. Is it got Whoopi? If it doesn't have Whoopi, I don't want to see it.
Oh my god.
The Whoopi's in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love our friends.
Hey, come on. I know it's Star Wars. I mean, but look, we want the health of Disney to continue so that we can have more Star Wars shows. So if it takes a Sister Act 3 or maybe a live action mermaid, let's do this.
I like mimosas and Mando before work. Actually, I do not endorse anything with alcohol before work. But I would.
By the way, my favorite live action mermaid is still Splash. So let's go on with that. I know you weren't born yet.
One thing is interesting too, and I don't know if y'all realize. I mean, I'm sure people in the chat might have. I'm sure y'all might have realized this, but they've been doing something really interesting, especially with the Star Wars presentation. They just did this with this next one. They just really showed the Cruella de Vil movie that is Emma Stone playing. Okay, so they just showed they didn't show they're not showing any footage, but they didn't show the Disney Plus logo below it. So every time you see that, it has to entice the fact that we're not getting a Disney Plus show. Like we are getting a full-on theatrical release for that. When I thought that was a Disney Plus show, that's going to be a really new thing they're going to approach with. Do y'all think? Now, I really want to ask you: do you think Investor Day, is going to be this new thing every year?
Absolutely.
COVID.
Nope. No, they know. Look, for one thing, I bet they'll get more press from this particular. Now, again, you could also tag that to COVID, but. No, I think this should be how it's done. Look, if you're not,
but for Celebration, Josh, whenever we go to one,
well, okay, so you're worried about them pulling content from Celebration.
This can happen next year, and this can happen. That's about it, or it can happen every other year. Celebration happens. I don't know. Lucasfilm. I mean, so far, and maybe we're biased, but this had the best slate, But Marvel, honestly, this is one really big thing. I don't know if y'all been keeping in touch with the Marvel stuff, but they're saving the best for last because of all the possible announcements they just dropped.
Well, let me just make a point here really quick, especially as pertains to Celebration.
JD, thanks for the compliment real quick. The BTBT community is awesome. We agree. Thank you.
David, you can do that anytime you want. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look, for how many years has Celebration been the place where we'll get just like a crumb, and the crumb would be, episode 7, 8, and 9. Those are our crumbs. And we got, Palpatine last time. And this was not a crumb experience. As a matter of fact, when I go to Celebration in, 2022?
Yep. Well, we're all going.
I'm not going to go with the high expectations for a big announcement because I'm still waiting for one of those shows to come out. And I know they are coming out. So what we'll probably see is one of the actors or a scene or something from that show. So Scotty's up. Scotty,
so I'm going to actually bounce for a second. I got to eat. If we're still doing this in a little bit, I'll come back on. But they just announced that they're going to have Disney Animation, then Pixar, and then they're going to do Marvel to close this whole puppy out.
So I think that's probably a good spot for us to depart and let everyone else go and watch on their own.
I think so. I think now's the time to wrap this thing up. We really appreciate your time. Listen, this is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. It's a great time to be part of the Star Wars community. It's a great time for you to be with us here on Beyond the Blast Doors Live. So glad that we could do kind of more of a network approach of covering the Disney Investor Call December 2020. This was so much fun. Scotty, before we let you go, anything you need to say?
I'd love to share this moment with everyone. Usually you don't see this kind of stuff live as it happens. Celebration usually is one of these things you experience, as a group there, and then you see the social media reaction. But currently, this is probably the first time ever, really, I would say, that we finally got all of this at once, all as a fandom. And I'm just so thankful that we could all be here for that. Like, seriously, this was such a special thing. Eric, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I just thought about something. I don't know if you guys talked about it because I've had the headphones off, but I feel like the Ahsoka show is kind of just proved that the Rebels thing is false that Dave was saying.
Oh,
if they're doing the Ezra thing and it's going to tie into Heir to the Empire,
then
I think everything from Rebels is prior to Mando.
Wow, that's interesting.
So,
I'm
That's
down for that.
true.
I like that a lot. I like
Thanks,
that a lot.
Eric.
Eric coming in
Thanks
with
for
a
joining
hot
us,
take.
Eric.
Yeah, at the very end of the show. At the very end of the show, Eric drops in and is like, "Hey, here's a really key piece of knowledge." Boom, boom. It's like a butterfly landing on the on Grogu on the Sing Stone. It's like kisses from an angel. Hey, Josh, anything that you want to say before we get out of here?
Nothing. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone in the chat. Thanks for always following us. Like David just put up from JD. We do have the best community, and it is growing. So make sure you share, like, and subscribe with all your friends. Follow Scotty at the Bombad Cast. If you want more guys sweating through their shirts as they jump around, that's a Bombad Cast. And plus, they have really good topics. And then you can also find me and Andy at the Holo Chronicles. So I just love doing this. This was a ton of fun. This is my first shareholder call.
Yeah,
it was fun.
This was a lot of fun. And yeah, let's real quick, because we do have a lot of new friends that joined us, and apologies for not doing this sooner. We wanted to keep the focus on the news today, but every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, you get the Holo Chronicles. Everything and anything that you want to know about Star Wars collectibles, that's where you should go. Tuesdays, it's Around the Galaxy. Pete Fletzer is bringing you the who's who of the Star Wars community. I mean, like he just had Hal on the show, and he's the guy that's responsible for the early conceptual design of the child. Grogu. Yeah, part 2 coming. Check that. I censored myself now in that moment. Did you catch that? That was incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If you like hanging out with me and occasionally Scotty and Josh, but me, Pete, Arzu, Amin, we got BTBD Live, Beyond the Blast Doors Live every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Like we said, we have Bombad Cast on the weekend. Streaming Star Wars is tomorrow. This is insane. Join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m.
You're gonna walk Mando
for the Mandalorian. We have another episode to go.
We have to do streaming Star Wars tomorrow morning. All right, with the Mandalorian. I love Bubba's Toy Box. Just said bell engaged. I love the bell engaged. That means you will be there tomorrow because you're going to
engage the bell for Beyond the Blast Door, so you're the first to know when we drop new content or we go live. Because we're going live tomorrow morning. We're going live tomorrow night for the call-in show. It's going to be insane. I just can't believe it. It is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. This is special coverage of the Walt Disney Company Investor Day 2020, December 10th, 2020. For David Amilati, we got Scotty J. Rowe, Josh from Holo Chronicles, everyone here on the Beyond the Blast Doors Network. Thank you so much for joining us for what has been an incredible celebration of the franchise, the fandom, and our Star Wars community. It is incredible. Welcome to our Star Wars conversation. We'll see you tomorrow for Mando Talk.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Door. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Door, a Star Wars conversation.